around the offices of MHD Promotions with Mark Dunlop. He's a happy man. He's just signed Nick Campbell, the Glasgow Warrior. Mark, good to get Nick signed on a 3-year contract.
Yes, I'm delighted to have Nick join the stable. It's a great stable now, you know, with James Tennyson, Tommy McCarthy, Eric Donovan, Conor Quinn, Paul Hyland Jr. No, they're all top class fighters, so you know Nick will slip right in there. He's a great lad, and you know, great opportunity to make another name for himself in another world.
As you're saying, in another world, he was a professional rugby player for 8 years. He's now decided to give boxing a go at 31. What attracted you to signing him?
I met Nick 4 years ago in Jersey, and he was playing over there, playing for the Jersey Reds. He had obviously boxed as a boy, never had a fight, but trained. Then he chose to go to, he had to make a choice between boxing or rugby. He went to rugby, he excelled. He played for his country in the the 2009 World Cup for Scotland. Then he obviously had 4 years with, you know, the Glasgow Warriors, which are, you know, premier rugby team. And he excelled there. Funny enough, he made his debut for them here at the Kingspan against Ulster, and then a week later he went down to Dublin, played Leinster in the RDS. At that point, Leinster were 27 matches unbeaten. That was Nick's second game. He scored the first try. Glasgow went on to win the match and break the 27 undefeated run that season for Leinster. And then, as I say, he came on, you know, once his time was up at Glasgow, he signed for Jersey, which obviously have a great connection with Jersey, as you know. And I met him, we had dinner one night, and he said he'd been boxing training for a year along with the rugby, and he was falling in love with it and wanted to go pro. And I said to him, look, you know, you're a huge name in the rugby world, but I think you should really get as much experience as you can. I says, go away, you know, get as many amateur fights as you can. Everyone's going to be diving, coming after you. You've got to do what's right for you. But I'm telling you now, the more experience you get, whenever you actually turn over, it'll set you in good stead. So that's exactly what he done. He went away, he joined a Jersey club, and then pushed on to go back up to Scotland and commuted between Jersey and Scotland, and became the Scottish Elite Super Heavyweight Champion, represented Scotland, you know, on numerous occasions. He travelled to Russia, Thailand, Lithuania, you know, boxed all over, boxed GB podium boxers. He's a wealth of experience now in that 4 years, because of his size. He was fighting elite fighters from day one, and he's had a fantastic record when he signed out.
I was talking to him earlier. He seems very determined and focused to make a real go of this.
Well, he arrived on Sunday in Belfast, as you know, and he said to me, you know, I'm not here to say I'm a professional boxer. I'm here to become the first Scottish British heavyweight champion or Commonwealth champion, and then I'll think about, you know, moving forward. No one else has done it, and I want to be the first. You know, I'm not just here to say I'm a professional boxer. I'm here to do damage and win titles.
And he signed a 3-year contract. What are your plans for him in the coming months? Just keep him busy?
Well, as I say, he's a professional athlete. He's been a professional athlete his whole career. He's came here fit as a fiddle. He knew he was coming here. He's known for a while now. And so he wanted to come back and press, which he has done. You know, we've only done a couple of sessions with him. But, you know, the guy hits like a mule. You know, he's incredible. And anyone who knows anything about rugby will know, like, he was a number 4 lock. No, these guys are hard as nails. I actually think, personally, rugby's harder than boxing, and this big man is a beast, and he's going to cause some upsets, and he's going to do some damage. You know, he is 31, but he's had 5 or 6 good years in the heavyweight division. He's coming here fresh, and if I could explain to you, so say a kid has been boxing for a long time, know everything, you can teach them nothing, but they're improving. But a kid who's, you know, like Nick, who's just turned to boxing the last 4 years, who's in love with it, watches it all the time, his rate of improvement is like that. So every week, every session, he's going to do you know, he's going to improve even better. Believe me, I can't wait to get him out.
I haven't seen him in action. What sort of fighter is he?
Well, I've watched, you know, the majority of his amateur fights, and funny, the ones that put online are the ones that you don't win, isn't it? But this guy, he's knocked 7 elite athletes out. You know, what more can you say? You know, he's lost, you know, 4 times, and 3 of them were to GB fighters, podium fighters, Delicious Ori, Courtney Bennett, who are, you know, 2 and 3 in Britain, just behind Fraser Clark, who's obviously Olympic hopeful. And these are young guys, and you know, he's losing split decisions. A novice, 9 fights and all. And I watched even the one that he lost. One of the times that he lost to Delicious was a unanimous, which is, if you watch that fight, it's on YouTube. You'll see him getting on as the 4th round comes on. This guy's sheer size and physicality was starting to tire that kid out. If it had been 4 or 5 rounds, you know, Nick would have stopped him. So, you know, he's a big, fit, strong lad, and who's improving all the time. So yeah, I'd say he's a come forward, aggressive fighter, but he can definitely box, and he's got a tremendous job.
You're very happy with this new signing. You seemed excited about it. Are you looking forward to the journey you're going to go on?
Yes, well, I have to obviously look after Nick. You know, it's a big thing to represent, you know, a celebrity, and you know, he is a celebrity where he's from. It's my job to make him, you know, a national celebrity, and you know, and build a good career for him and get him the right fights at the right time, which I intend doing. And my plan is to get him out as soon as physically possible, which at the minute I'm in talks with a few people to get him out next month. And again, you know, after a few fights, I'll be going knocking on every promoter's door who's got TV, who wants a super heavyweight with a huge fan base that can actually fight.
Your stable's flying at the minute. Paul Helen Jr., British title fight coming up.
Yes, yeah, I'm really delighted for Paul. He's a great chance of winning this fight. Liam Walsh was a fantastic fighter, you know, but it's also a long time ago. He's been very inactive throughout his whole career. Paul has, you know, only lost to 2 good guys who, you know, will go on to fight for world titles. So, you know, Liam, he's been pretty inactive, a great fighter. He's 35, it's what he's got left and what Hyland's got left. So, you know, I really believe in Hyland, and I think he'll pull this off. And
Tommy McCarthy finished last year in a high. Be trying to push him on again in 2021.
Yes, well, as I say, you know, I'm already in talks with Eddie and Matchroom about you know, Tommy and James's next fights. So yeah, Tommy's ready in training. James is ready. James has never heard of the gym. James can fight next week. He's, you know, he's fit as a fiddle, and I'm looking forward to, you know, what's coming for him.
And Eddie Hearn, he seems to love James Tennyson.
Yes, he does. He texted me the other day, you know, obviously telling me what was happening. It's great, you know, and while he doesn't promote Tommy, you know, he has got him that world title opportunity, and you know, he's a man of his word, so I'm looking forward to that. But as I say, you know me, I work with every promoter, MTK, I have a great relationship with Frank Warren and Matchroom, so even Lou DiBella in America, so, you know, it's nice to be nice, isn't it, and be appreciated by these guys, because I know you do what you say and you deliver, and you're not dependent on boxing for a living. So it's not about money with me, it's about, you know, opportunities for my guys and seeing them change their lives.